Hi everyone and welcome to today's practice. We are not going to be doing anything too crazy or moving too fast today, but we are going to begin with some core work. So join me on your back, allow the hands to press into the mat beside you, and begin to connect with the breath as we extend the inhales and the exhales. And keeping the upper body relaxed, walk the heels in close to the seat. And then lift the hips high for a bridge. You're going to find 5 of these today, beginning to connect the breath with the movement. Release the hips. And then inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale. Squeeze the knees together. Squeeze the glutes. And release. Beautiful. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift and squeeze. And exhale, lower down. Draw the knees in close to the chest, reaching around to hook onto the knees. Give yourself a little gentle rock from side to side. Just notice any kinks, any tightness, and then holding onto the right knee, extend the left leg long. Take a breath here. And then easy switch out. Extend the right leg, draw the left knee into the chest. Send the breath to anything that feels tight. And then we're going to switch out the legs, moving a bit quicker here, grabbing the right, extending the left, grabbing the left, extending the right. Moving at your own pace here. Beginning to warm up the hips and the core. Keep moving here. And then draw both knees into the chest. Gentle rock from side to side. And then extend the arms out to a T, keeping the knees lifted. And then gently drop them over to the left as you gaze to the right fingers. Breathe into the lower back. A lot of this class you can do with your eyes closed. We will be moving slow like this. So take the time today to tune into your body and tune out of the outside world. Draw the knees through center and then drop them over to the right, gazing over the left shoulder. Allow this time to be yours. These 20 precious minutes that are just for you. Let's draw the knees back into center. And then coming into happy baby. Bend the knees a lot as you extend the feet to the sky. And reach around to grab the outside edge of the foot or the big toes. And draw the knees towards the ground. You may like to rock side to side here. Maybe straighten one leg at a time. Or just stay in a still happy baby. Releasing the feet, let's extend the arms back out to a T. Keep the feet off the ground, keep the knees bent. And then engaging the core, we're going to lower the right foot down to the ground. Bring it back to center. Left foot taps the ground. Back to center. Right foot taps. Center. Left foot taps. center, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, good. Keeping the feet off the ground, lift the upper body up for a crunch. Release. 2 more. Inhale to crunch. Exhale to lower down. 1 more. Inhale, crunch, reach for the heels. And release the upper body. Good. Bring the arms back to a T and extend the feet long, but keep them off the ground. We're going to lift the right leg, grab onto the calf for a moment, and then swap the leg out. Good. Now moving through this scissor movement, grabbing one leg at a time, really switching our core on. Keep lifting with the core, keeping the upper body high off the ground. Good. Draw both feet in, give yourself a nice little squeeze, and then release. Draw the knees into the chest, take a gentle rock from side to side, and then rock all the way up to seated, coming through your seated position onto all fours. We're going to sit up for puppy pose and keep the tailbone high, and then begin to walk the hands to the top of the mat and allow the upper body to melt in between the arms, resting the forehead on the ground. Really stretch the fingertips out nice and long. And gently bring the weight over to the left side. Gently bring your weight over to the right side. Just feeling the side body stretch, creating space in the shoulders. To intensify this stretch, let's come onto the forearms, keep the tailbone high, bring the hands to a prayer position, and then take the hands to the base of the skull, pressing the elbows into the mat. Keep lifting with the hips. And really breathe into the shoulders, into the upper back, and into the triceps. Release the hands. And then come onto the forearms, lowering the hips all the way to the mat for Sphinx pose. Body is long. You can rise up nice and high on the elbows. Open the chest and gently lift the gaze. This is a small, gentle back bend. Find 2 more breaths here. Release the forehead and bring the hands back under the shoulders, lying on the belly. And then find a variation of baby cobra, bringing the fingertips to the outside edges of the mat. Inhale, press through the fingertips, and then exhale, drop the right shoulder. Feeling a nice pull through the right chest. I'm going to find 3 on each side. Let's inhale to lift, and then drop the left shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale, drop the right shoulder. Inhale through center. And exhale, drop the left shoulder. Good. 1 more on each side. And inhale to lift through center. And exhale, release the forehead. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Take a breath. And then interlace the hands behind you. On an inhale, begin to pull the chest open, extending the arms towards the heels. Upper body lifts. Exhale, lower. And this time, inhale, upper body and feet come off the ground. Hold for one breath and release. Release the hands. Take them under the shoulders and let's press back for a wide-legged child's pose. Big toes touch, knees go wide, and walk the hands to the front of the mat. And take a few breaths here, so really settle in. Invite a sense of peace into your practice and into your day. Allow the exhales to become longer than the inhales. Gaze to the front of the mat and slide your way forward, coming back onto the belly. Extend the arms either to a T, out wide. Keep the forehead resting on the mat for a moment. And then bend the right knee and open the body up to the right, turning the body open, coming to rest on the left side of the face. The right toes can touch behind you. Opening up the left shoulder and that right hip. If this is too intense, you can just keep that hand extended in front of you rather than out to the side. And then let's swap it over, coming to rest on the right side of the face. The left leg crosses over behind the right. Right arm either long beside you or directly out in front of you. Roll back onto the belly. Press your way back into a seated position. Let's find a cross-legged position. And place the left hand down beside you. Reach the right arm up overhead for a side body stretch. Take the stretch over to the other side. Beginning to create space in the ribs, in the shoulder. And release. Coming into cow face pose. Let's cross the right leg over top of the left leg. Feeling a deep stretch in that right hip. Find a tall spine. An option to stay here. If you would like to add the arms in. And we will bend the right arm behind us. And then take the left hand behind to maybe grab the shirt or maybe find the bind, grabbing the right hand and interlacing the fingers. Wherever you are, keep a nice tall spine. And if today you feel like you really want to just focus on the upper body, you can uncross the legs, of course, and just find the upper body stretch. Or you can just take the lower body stretch. These are all good options. Wherever you are, let's release the hands and release the legs. Bring both feet planted in front of you. Lean back on the hands and gently windshield wiper the knees from side to side, giving your lower back a little relief before we come on to the other side. This time, left leg crosses over top. And then finding our tall spine. You can hold the knee and keep the hands on the ground. And then finding the option of adding the arms in. This time, left arm reaches behind overhead. And just know that it requires really open shoulders, and if this pose is just not happening today, maybe a towel or a band would help. And just know that if any pose doesn't feel accessible, it's not the end of the world. It's just about giving our body what it needs in the moment. And let's release where we are, bringing the feet back in front of us. Lean back on the hands, windshield wiper out the knees. And then coming back to a cross-legged position. Anything that feels good here. Let's draw the right arm across the body and then lock it in with the left arm, beginning to open up the shoulder blades. You can begin to close down the eyes. And begin to extend the breath. And switch it out for the other side, crossing the left arm across the body and pulling it in nice and close with the right arm. Release the stretch and give yourself some big shoulder rolls, drawing the shoulders up towards the ears and then rolling them back and down the spine. Just feeling how good it feels to move. And taking some neck circles. Rotate the head anti-clockwise. And then find some circles moving clockwise. Noticing any tension and letting it go. And then dropping the chin to the chest, or perhaps interlacing the hands behind the back and then drawing the head down a little further. Draw the elbows together and be gentle with your neck. It's really important that we never push it. And releasing. Let's counter stretch here by dropping the head back. And bring the head back to center. Last little stretch here. Take the right hand behind you. And then find a twist, gazing back over the right shoulder. Pull on the right knee with the left hand. And then take the twist to the other side. Release the twist. Come to any comfortable position that you would like to close down your practice. And give yourself a bow of gratitude for taking the time, for sticking with this challenge. You're doing amazing. and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.